Hello and welcome to a VO's Journey podcast. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I am stepping on. Welcome to episode number 100. That sums it up right there. Where am I? What am I doing? What is happening right now? No, it's episode 231. Thank you guys so much for listening. Today we're going to talk about new challenges this year for that I'm pushing myself to the next level to do things that I've never done before for my business. And as always, I'm going to take you along on the journey. All right, let's do it. This is VO's Journey. With your host, the incomparable Anthony Pica. All right, so welcome. It is the 11th of January, and, I'm still portable. The house is coming along, but recording this right now in the truck, so I'm very thankful for the portable studio and how that's going, and everybody's support has been absolutely amazing. Also, it was absolutely an honor to hear Voices.com did a survey of over 1,600 voice actors, and for the survey was who did they choose to be the most trusted voiceover coach, and I was one of the top 10 coaches picked, so I'm very humbled and thankful. Thank you to you all so much for your kindness and your support. It's an honor. So thank you for that, and I'm excited. I believe I just got an email earlier today that should be that email or that article and everything and poll or whatever should be coming out by the end of this week or the beginning of next week. So as soon as that comes out, I'll go ahead and share that with everybody. But I wanted to talk to you today about some cool stuff that I'm doing for 2022 for my business, other than, renovating the house, building a new studio, all that jazz. I'm always a big advocate for trying new things and pushing the envelope with your business. And, my hope is through these experiences this year and me talking to you about it and how it's going, you can capitalize on this and hopefully maybe use this for your business. So what I'm doing is, and I've talked about this in the past, but I've never pulled the trigger for one reason or another, but this year I'm finally doing it. So, I talk a lot about promoting our business and marketing because it's a passion of mine. And, I love to put out social media content and things and teaching because I love to do that and I love to help people. But one thing I have always done is put out content and marketed using the free services, like all the social platforms. I've never paid for ads. Now, if you remember, if you've listened to the podcast for any period of time, you know that in the past I have talked about doing ads. I did, myself, a little bit of ads here, something there, very little, but I've never committed to an ad campaign or worked with a company. Well, that is all changing in 2022. So I've decided to invest quite a bit of money to start marketing my services with an ad agency so that, I can take the content that I create and that I have created and get it in front of more people and, work with the agency to work on getting, not just reaching people, but, building relationships with people, getting people to sign up for my services. It's really exciting. So basically what I'm doing is I'm working with a company, they're called Life, and it's an ad agency, And basically, they're going to be creating the ads, running the ads. Now they're going to use my content. So in one sense, I have a leg up, I think, in that the fact that the last, 3 years really, I've created so much content, and also bite-sized pieces, like minute or less. I worked with, when I still do, I work with Andrew. We work in a more limited capacity now, but I worked with my social media guy for years, and he took the content I created and created a lot of bite-sized pieces, that I promoted. And then, of course, with these podcasts, I create 30-second to a minute pieces, the videos, the whatever audio I had the Ask Anthony series. I got a lot of content. So they'll be taking a lot of that content plus some new content that I create, and we'll be creating ads. So I'm going to be spending, I want about $2,000 a month on ads. All right. And it's exciting to me because, one, I've never done it before. Two, I realized that over the years, and I can tell you guys this with absolute certainty, over the years, like if you're looking at marketing your voiceover business, through social media, I've built an amazing business through social media. It really has been a life changer for me. However, I can tell you firsthand that it's not as, what's the word? It's not, well, it's not easy, but what I mean by that is that social media, most of the companies now, as opposed to, except for TikTok, although that's changing now too, but TikTok and so forth, but the rest of them, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of them, they are platforms that are built now around, you buying ads from them, and then they will show it to more people, and they limit how many people see your posts. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, if you've got, 20, let's say you've got 1,000 people following you, and you make a post. Well, if those 1,000 people, they're all following 1,000 people, you think about what their feed would look like, what their stream or their feed would look like if there was 1,000 posts running through there, you know what I mean? Every couple seconds or something. It would be insane. No one would be able to digest anything. So they really have, algorithm where, a lot of times they only see 1-2% or something like that of the people who post. And, for us, I mean, that's a big issue, right? And then that also goes back to how many times you're posting a day, because if you're only posting once a day, okay, or God forbid, once a week, the majority of the people aren't even that even follow you aren't going to see you, let alone new people. So they did that for a reason. They set it up like that. One, yes, it was to make people's user experience better, but I think a lot of that reason too is to make money. So the reality is when you pay for ads, they're going to show it to a lot more people and be able to target a lot more people, that you're trying to get to. So for me, I've never done it before, but I'm going to do it now. So basically like I said, I'm taking the content I've already created. I'm working with a team from this company. They're going to be managing it. I pay them monthly a fee. It's probably I think it's like $600 or $700 a month. You know what I mean? To manage this, build these, this all runs through my account. Do you know what I mean? So it's all mine. It's not running through there. I own all of it. It runs all through my stuff. And, we have very specific goals that we're going to try to reach for 2022. And what I'm excited about is a couple of things. One, I'm excited about the possibilities of where this will lead, for a VO's journey. But also I'm excited to share this with you too, because I've always believed businesses like Fiverr and Upwork and, the places that Voices.com, the places that we use, especially if we're, heavy platform users, like a lot of us are, to get our voiceover business, if you're like me, I always asked, okay, so I'm getting business from these platforms, but where are they getting the business to come to the platforms? Why can't I do that? Right. So I always try to, back engineer, do you know what I mean? What they're doing in order to get clients to come to their website in order to then buy from us. Because if we could do that, then we could do it ourselves. And what they're doing is they're spending a buku amount of money marketing with ads ads in Google, ads in Facebook, targeting ads. Plus what I'm going to be doing too is I'm going to be using, a drip campaign with them to where, when someone signs up, they get a free, we're going to create a funnel to, hopefully, get people engaged and build a relationship with them so they get to know me even more, and then hopefully use the services. So I'm sticking to the first part of this is going to be for the coaching part. And then I'm going to, work on it for the voice acting part. But the reason I'm doing the coaching part first is because, I have some specific goals that we're setting up with the coaches and I for the Avio's Journey Elite Academy that's going on right now. We have about 200 members, and the goal this year is to get to 350 members in our academy for 2022. And I think there needs to be a real push in that as well. Also, what's really exciting is I've decided to also work with some curriculum specialists to really help all the class. I mean, we have five coaches plus myself who are amazing, incredible experts in their fields. But, one thing I noticed as being an educator, and I was also, probably a lot of people don't know, but I actually have my principal license because I have my master's degree, and I also got licensed as a principal in the state of Virginia. As I was working through administration and I worked as an educator, I learned a lot about the importance of structure and learning, and also having a clear understanding of where you're trying to get to. And, I find that a lot of what we learn as voice actors, and even myself, when I put out content, we kind of just like throw content at you, right? It's like we're throwing loads of stuff in your face. And if you're brand new, you know what I'm talking about. Or even if you've been around for a while, you know what I mean? Like there's so much information out there, but it's never really put into a step 1, step 2, step 3. And if it is, it's usually like one course. It's usually a heck of a lot of money. And then there's not, it's not an ongoing thing, right? You got the course. It is what it is. Now that's good. That's not a bad thing. But, there really isn't a school out there for voice actors. If you think about it, there are other places that you can go and sign up and be a part of things like Gravy for the Brain and Edge Studio and those different places. But none of them, offer like a school atmosphere where there's live, the same teachers day in, day out, week after week, live courses. And then, advanced sessions where, what we're going to be doing too with the curriculum specialist is working on, our 12-week advanced course. So this is where it's going to be for voice actors who are already making money and they want to take their business to 6 figures. Because, I've worked with a lot of voice actors, and, I've been blessed to help a lot of voice actors make 6-figure incomes. And it is, nothing's more exciting to me than to see people, just absolutely change their lives through voiceover, like I have. And it's a blessing. So it's really cool because right now at the Academy, we have a lot of content. I was uploading. I uploaded about 20 more videos this morning on our membership lounge of just more content and information for people to use for their interfaces. But their DAWs. But the reality is that I want more. I want to be able to really help people and continue to help people. You know what I mean? And continue to help them grow through the different stages of their business, and to offer something that's very difficult for most places to offer, and that is actually live help. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand not getting live help. I can't, I can't stand it. And we deal with that so much in today's day and age, right? We deal constantly when we call places, when we talk to people, when we try. Don't even get me started on my health insurance. I cannot get a live person on. I honestly think they make it as hard as possible just to make me lose more of my hair. I can never get somebody on the phone. It is such a nightmare. And then when I do get somebody on the phone, God bless them, I'm sure they're really nice people, but I cannot understand a darn word. You know what I mean? I don't think any of them are from, this country. And again, I have nothing against these people. It's just I can't understand them. So it's like, I just, and I I wanted to create something that was going to be, giving people access, because there's so, like, I find that if I talk to you and you and I talk, we can accomplish so much more, and you can learn so much more, and I can teach you so much more by speaking to you, through like a Zoom meeting or even a phone call, than I can necessarily right now. It doesn't mean that it's not good to have courses and these things, because those, because I have a bunch of courses, and they have really, my Fiverr course has helped a lot of people and make a lot of money, and and I'm very glad about it. But that course really is a step-by-step guide on how to set things up correctly to launch. Where that course stops, because I haven't made an advanced course yet, is it doesn't help you, once you've made that first $20,000, right? How do you grow from there? There's more that's there. So, the goal here is to keep helping people not just get started, but continue to help them through. And that's where this curriculum specialist and stuff is going to come in, is help us really put all of our knowledge and all of our tools in a better format, more learnable format, more activity-based format, things that's just going to help. So I'm really, so I guess what I'm getting at is I'm investing a lot this year into making everything that I do, and that the Academy does, that much better. And, with my voiceover services, I'm building, like I said, I'm building a brand new studio, which is mind-boggling, because I've never done that before. I've never built out. So, like, I'm looking at my studio and things I'm doing with that, is building out in my new home that we're renovating, right? I'm actually have a separate room, and it's, we stripped everything down to the studs. We reframed, so we framed this room, and it's going to have, we just put all the power outlets in there, so there's enough power in there for like 2 rooms. And I've got, how it's going to be set up. We're going to make it all custom. So it's really exciting to me when we make the studio, when we make the booth itself, that's going to be custom, the countertops, the tables, everything custom, right down to the my general contractor was like, you want one of those little lights, that light up red when you're recording? I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. So I've never had one of those. You know what I mean? It's like when you go in and shut the door, it's like, recording, be quiet. So, I mean, like, that's an exciting thing. And through this, what I'm really excited about is then moving on to the latter half of the year, adding my voiceover business into this. And this is why I'm bringing it up to you, because I think as voice actors, a lot of times I don't think we think big enough. And I don't mean about thinking like working with big customers, because, we like working with big customers. I mean thinking big enough, like we don't think big enough in our marketing strategies or how much we can do. No matter where you are, where you live in the world, or where you go grocery shopping, or how you use the bathroom, everybody's money, the money is the same. Everybody treats the money the same, meaning like your money can get the same things as my money and other people's money. Where I'm getting for that is, I think I do, like, I feel a lot of times too, I'm like, can I do that? Can I, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Of course I can do that. I got, I mean, people will help you if you have a vision, right? That's a big thing though. You got to have a vision. You got to have a goal. You got to state that goal so that people know what you're trying to accomplish, because people can help you accomplish a lot. People want to jump on board to help you get your goal. It's like whenever you throw a goal out there, it's like the world's like, oh, crap. Joe's got a goal and we need to help Joe complete that goal, because Joe's decided that he's going to do that goal, and nothing is going to stop him from completing that goal. So we got to help him complete that goal. I know that might sound silly to you, but literally, that's how it works, and people jump on board with that. Think about in your life when people have set a goal or they're trying to accomplish something. Think about how many times you've helped somebody do it, accomplish their goal, because there was no question in their mind that it needed to be done, it needed to be accomplished, and you're like, yeah, I can help you out, or sure, yeah, this is how you do it, right? I mean, and so that's the big thing. You've got to have a goal. You've got to have a vision that you have out there, all right? And the second thing is you've got to, have confidence that you can actually accomplish it, right? By going out. And by the way, having confidence and showing confidence are two different things. I want you to show confidence by taking action. That's a thing, now don't like what I'm doing right. Like today I got another meeting with the ad agency to really kick things off because we've already paid them first installment and stuff. You've got to back up confidence with action. So it's not that you just have to have confidence, you got to show confidence. All right. And a lot of times showing confidence means putting yourself out there on a limb, knowing that, that limb may break or that limb may take you all the way to the next bigger tree. Do you know what I mean? But there's a 50-50 chance there. Now, of course, you can make it better by research. I'm just loosely using that analogy. But in the end, the point here is that you've got to give it a shot and you've got to show confidence. I mean, get a sticky note, write that down, somewhere, don't have confidence, show confidence. I like that. I got to put that out there somewhere because I think that that's a good distinction, because you can say, oh, I'm confident in myself, but, confidence is only good if you show, right, by action. It's the same thing about like doing good deeds or being a good person, right? I mean, you can say that you're a person all you want, but do you show it? Or have you ever had an argument with your spouse or family member or significant other, and they're like, I don't want to hear it, I want to see it. You know what I mean? Because we need to see that action. And it's the same thing with this. You have to take action, and that action oftentimes takes you taking a leap of faith, saying, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I have a hypothesis. I think it could work. I've looked up some things. I've done some research. Other people said the words. I've looked at reviews. I've talked to the people. I mean, it could work. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try XYZ and see what happens. Like, you gotta try stuff, because I always love that quote from Braveheart. Where he says, "Hey, do you know what happens if we just if we don't go?" To meet the king to make a deal is what they were saying. He says, you know what happens if we don't go? And the guy's like, what? He's like, nothing. Nothing happens. And if you're a person like me who can't accept nothing happening, right? Then you've got to yourself take that action. All right, enough of me preaching about that. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode, number 231. I hope that this gives you a good idea. It's 2022. Those are my goals are out there. And I had to tell you real quick on a side note, it's been somewhat, and this is a little more down to the voiceover business as opposed to the coaching business. It is interesting because it's becoming a lot harder to really focus on my voiceover business because we're growing so much, putting so much effort to continue to offer voice actors as much as possible and to grow. And it's the simple dealing with, helping people with their accounts, helping people log on, helping people get to meetings, helping people troubleshoot things. It's a lot of work, and I noticed that it's a lot harder for me to put as much effort into voiceover, which is why, again, I always say that why I'm excited about, this marketing and ads, because, in the end, we all hope, right, that we're creating a business and not a job, meaning like trying to figure out ways to do more with less, so, I'm excited about that ability that we're trying out here. But it's definitely been challenging to continue forward with focusing on voiceover and the coaching business, because because the coaching business is something I have a real passion for. I was a teacher for 12 years. It's been, my wife was a teacher for 20 years. I mean, it's a passion of ours too. So my wife and mine. So this is a really exciting time, but it is interesting because I never want to stop doing voiceover. So, it's maintaining those two as a balance. But anyways, I just thought that was interesting. It's something that popped into my mind. All right, you guys, thank you so much again for listening. You are awesome. Thank you so much also for the amazing kudos and everything. If you happen to be a part of that survey on voices.com, thank you. If you get a chance, take a look below at the link for VO's Journey Elite Academy. And I would love to have you there. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I wish you the very best, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.